Professor Dilip Basu of University of California, Santa Cruz hand-carried the Oscar to Satyajit Ray's hospital room. He was named a consultant to the 64th Academy Awards. He helped to produce Ray's acceptance speech and to prepare Audrey Hepburn's narration. In May 1991, the establishment of the Satyajit Ray Film and Study Collection at the University of California, Santa Cruz was proposed. Vice-Chancellor Tanner welcomed the proposal at an exhibition of Ray's artwork and still photographs from his films. The collection was formally organized in the University Library in 1993 and as a research program in the Humanities and Arts divisions. In 1994, the Ray family visited the University of California at Santa Cruz.
It's a special moment for us at Santa Cruz. Mrs. Bijoya Rai, Sandeep Rai, Lolita Rai, Sauradeep Rai are here today.
Unfortunately, this legacy is in grave danger. The original negative of Patapachali, his very first, burned in a film fire in London, along with the negatives of 5 other Rai film classics. The original negative of his first colour film, Kanchenjunga, is lost.
Satyajit Ray made some 37 feature films, documentaries and shorts. He said he attempts to capture both what is unique to Bengal and that which is universal.
My noble son.
Which one? How? Which, when, what is the weight of the moon? dum, 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 dum. Hey.
One, two, three, four.
Lovely. Viva Vivaggio.
But what about pacing? For instance, if you don't write a detailed script or even a treatment, how would you get an indication of how you're going to pace?
Well, if you have it fairly clearly in your head, I suppose that's enough. You shoot according to what is in your head rather than what's on paper.
Yes.
Because the unit, the crew members get to know how the story goes, etc. But at that point, since we were shooting maybe only 4 or 5 days a month, sometimes not even that, there was a 6-month gap when there was no shooting and no money. So that was all right.
So it's just because I enjoy filmmaking so much that I can keep going. And there's nothing like it. I wouldn't change my profession a second time. Thank you very much.
This year, the Academy Board of Governors has voted to award an honorary Oscar to the great Indian filmmaker Satyajit Ray. Mr. Ray has been making films for almost 4 decades. The Academy recognizes Mr. Ray's rare mastery of the art of motion pictures and of his profound humanism, which has had an indelible influence on filmmakers and audiences throughout the world.
Well, it's been an extraordinary experience for me to be here tonight to receive this magnificent award, certainly the best achievement of my movie-making career. As a small schoolboy, I was terribly interested in the cinema, became a film fan, wrote to Diana Durbin, got a reply, was delighted, wrote to Ginger Rogers, didn't get a reply. Then, of course, I got interested in the cinema as an art form, and I wrote a 12-page letter to Billy Wilder after seeing Double Indemnity. He didn't reply either. Well, there you are. But I have learned everything I've learned about the craft of cinema from the making of American films. I've been watching American films very carefully over the years, and I love them for what they entertained, and then later loved them for what they taught. So I express my gratitude to the American cinema, to the Motion Picture Association, who given me this award and who made me so proud. Thank you very, very much.
Martelli was cut over a period of 10 days because Museum of Modern Art had announced the world premiere on a certain day in April. And we had to do the final cut in 10 days with no sleep, 10 days and 10 nights. My editor and I worked, and the prints came out. I had no chance of seeing it. It was sent, Pan American flew it over to New York, and I was waiting for reactions. I was very anxious because I didn't know what the film was like. I hadn't seen it.
Well, first of all, of course, I'm really tremendously moved and touched and, of course, elated by the kindness of the Chancellor, of my old friend Anu, and, of course, the whole university. I'm really very grateful. I think what you're doing seems to me to be just right, that you're trying to, make sure that the important elements of his life are not forgotten. And I think the fact that he, aside from being, the preeminently global filmmaker, despite his local themes of the world, I think the fact that there is a possibility of seeing just pure local issues in a global form is a great thing. I mean, it's just the same way as, say, Shakespeare is, in the sense that they are at one level, plays set in Venice or London, and involve the royal family, or in Denmark involving Hamlet, or in Scotland involving Macbeth, and Merchant of Venice in Venice. And yet, at another level, these are global thoughts.
Now, how do you think he influenced your work?
Well, he influenced my work in the way that I think in many ways, by looking at his films, I learned to think for myself. I did not necessarily need to refer back to a filmmaker, because suddenly it struck me that whatever influences I had, they had to get internalized. If they were not fully internalized, I would merely be mimicking them.
Right.
Mimicking using, stealing phrases, as it were, from other filmmakers, which I didn't want to do. And in that sense, he was a living example of that. Ray was a living example of that, because all his influences are fully internalized. And that's what I learned from him.